Okay, so today my group is going to present Visual Basic Programming Project 1. So my group members are Nithiya, myself Pava and Thevaah. So we are from DDT 4B Section 2 and our lecture name is Puan Siti Haja Binti Muhammadu. Okay, the first question is explain how to create, compile and execute simple Windows form. Okay, so to create Windows, so we have to enter into Visual Studio 2022 and we have to create a new project. So we can choose a project template with code scaffolding to get started. Okay, so you can continue without the code. Then the next one, we have to search for templates. So when we search for the templates, we have to search for Windows Forms app, VB, Visual Basic. So a project template for creating a net Windows form, Windows Forms app. Okay, so once we enter next, we will be having a form like this, form 1 VB design. So over here you can see toolbox. Once we input any toolbox, we will be having a properties here to edit. Okay, so to execute this file, this form, we have to press this where the group 8, the green color arrow button. So once we press, it will execute. It start to show the next form. Okay, the second question is determine the properties of object controls. Okay, here I have a few object controls. The first one is forms. So the forms is the container for all the controls that make up the user interface. The next one is text box. So the text box is to represent a window text box control. And the third one is label. Label is to represent a standard window label. And next is combo box. Combo box is to represent a window combo box control. List box is to display the list of items, and the last one is the button. It is to represent a Windows button control.
Okay, the question 3 is explain the usage of menus and submenus. Menus. Menu strip is a control used to implement a menu as a menu bar in a Windows form that comprises a list of related commands. The VBNet menu strip control is another name for the menu control. Those strip menu item objects are used to generate the menu items. The image shown that this is our project. We done the menus. Okay, submenus. A submenu, also known as a cascading menu, is a term used to describe a menu that is contained within another menu. A submenu, for example, is frequently identified by a small arrow of a chevron pointing to the right at the options edge. When navigating a menu with the keyboard, the users can access a submenu by pressing the right arrow key or collapse the submenus by pressing the left arrow key. The image shown that our project has done the submenus as example new, open, print and exit. Okay, in the submenu, there's another option that we can create, that is a multi-level menus. The multi-level menus is having more than one level. It's how to use multi-level in a sentence. Example, we put in our project print preview. Okay, the fourth question is explain the usage of dialog boxes. A dialog box is a temporary window for an application that accepts user input via mouse or keyboard to open a file, save a file, receive notifications, alert messages, color, print, open file dialog box, and so on. It can also use to facilitate communication and interaction between the user and the application. In the VBNet Windows form, you will find the most commonly used Windows box that are color dialog box, font dialog box, open file dialog box, print dialog box, and save dialog box. In color dialog box, it is used to display the color box that allows the user to select the color from the predefined colors or specify the custom colors. In font dialog box, it is used to create a font dialog box that allows the user to select the font size, color, and the style that applied or to at the current text selection. The next one is open file dialog box. It is used to create a prompt box that allows the user to select a file to open and allows the selection of multiple files. In print dialog box is used to create a print dialog box that allows user to print documents by selecting the printer and setting of the page to print through the Windows application. The last one is file save file dialog box. It is a prompt user to select a location for saving a file and allows the user to specify the name of the file to save the data. Okay, based on our image, this is our project we have done, and the open file dialog box allows user to select the file to open and let the selection of multiple files. We also use save file dialogs box in our project that is allows user to specify the name of the file and save the data. So the example as shown here, type here your details, the name, emails and telephone number.
Okay, now I'm going to explain about the usage of message box and the input box. Okay, the first one is the message box. A message box is the type of dialog box that display information to the user. In compared to a regular form, the user cannot enter any text in the dialog box. So the Visual Basic Language including a function called a message box that support message boxes. So the net framework includes a class called a message box to support message boxes. So this is the example of message box. Okay, the next one is input box. When a user click on an input box, a request is presented to them and they can respond with a value. The user can change his or her mind after using the input box by pressing escape or clicking cancel. So if the user entered a value or wanted to acknowledge it, he or she can press enter or click OK. So this is the input box which is enter your feedback. So after you click OK, you can see the message box. Okay, the next question is demonstrate the flow of the program that has been built starting from entering input to display output. For this question, I would like to show the VB.NET app. So let's go. So we a group of three done the project that contain four application form is successful. So we have used more elements to done this project. So we choose to do a food app which is a TSP food. So this is the our form one. So I put in the form one four main menus which is file, edit, text, help, and also I put the three sub menus for into the main menus. For example, a file I put three sub menus which is new, open, print, and also additionally exit. So for the edit, undo, redo, and go to. For the text, font, style, color. For the help, feedback, privacy, and join us. In the sub-menus, I'll put the multi-level menus for each sub-menus. For example, a new into a new, I put the new project as a multi-level menu, and also I put the shortcut key, and also into the open I have put open files, which is I put shortcut key also. This is the multi-level menus. This is the main menus, sub menus, and also multi-level menus. I'm using to do the multi-level menus. I'm using menu strip to do. In the toolbox, you can find the menu strip. After you add this, you can do the file edit and all. And also, I'm using two buttons which is close and next. Close the program, next to go to the second form. And also I'm using one label for rename the form one as a program menu. So I'm also change the design name prefix which is for the button BT and next, for the label LBL program menu, like that. Okay, this is the our form 1. Let's go to form 2. Okay, we construct a simple program in Form 2 that allows user click radio button to order their food. So to create this form, I use three labels, which is this one first label, this one is second label, and this also third label. And also four picture box, which is burger, fish taco, pizza, and Korean chicken. And also I'm using four radio button, which is burger, like same pizza, Korean chicken, like that. For the radio button to choose, any one only can choose. And also I'm using three buttons, which is back, order, and then next. And also I'm using an additional toolbox, which is a list box. For the list box to add on the, after you click the order, this your order all listed into the list box. And also I'm named form 2 as the simple program with basic object control. So for the form 2 can run successful also. And then for the third form, we have to do two dialog boxes. For the two dialog boxes, we done this form by using many elements, which is two labels, which is type here your details, and also order form as name lah. Okay, and also we use four buttons, which is back, open, save, next. I'm using two dialog, which is open file dialog. I'm using this open button, and then save file dialog box. For the save dialog box, I'm using save, the save button. To this open file button, I'm its function like a new text or document to display into the text box. For the save into the text box, you can save into your computer. And then the last form 4. The last form we have to construct to do a message box and input box. So we use the many elements used it for this, which is two labels, which is feedback form and click here, and also three buttons, a feedback button, a back button, and quick button, and then one picture box, which is our TSP food logo, and also one text box to show the text. And also when you click the feedback button, there open one input box. After you see the input box, then you can enter your feedback and click OK. After you click OK, we receive a message box also, and your feedback will display on the text box. So to the input box, we use a proper coding to function with correctly. The coding later I'll show. So for the form 1, form this is the our coding part, form 1. So to close the button, for the close button, I'm using me.close to close the form. For the next button, I'm put the form simple program, which is form 2. I'm putting this coding to move one form to another form. To exit also can, same also. And then the menu, in the menu form 2, in the menu form 2, you can go to the second form by using menu also. Okay, this is the form 2 coding. For as usual, same button back, button next for the button backs. Okay, this is the for the button order. To click one radio button to add a burger or fish taco or pizza or Korean chicken into your list box. You can choose anything but by your favorite. So this is the coding for the form 2. And also for the third form, I'm using this coding. For the I'm put two dialog boxes, which is open file dialog box and then save file dialog box. For the open file dialog, I'm using this coding dim until str sentence. I'm using this coding to open a new text from the file. So to open new files now, okay, for the second dialog box is save file dialog. For the save file dialog, I'm using this coding to function to save your program into your file computer. So the next button also same, and then back button also same as usual. Okay, the last form 4, we have to do a message box and input box. Firstly, we have to do input box. So for the input box, I'm using input box and message box into the button feedback. Okay, this is the DIM until the full name. I'm using this coding for the input box. In the input box, you can see the enter your feedback. This is the title. And also this is the message box. For the message box, I'm using this coding. Thank you for your feedback. And then 1 plus 64. This is the icon. And then thank you. This one is for title. So as usual, quick me dot close, and then back button also same. Okay, we done all this. So now I'm going to execute our project. So let's go. Now I'm click this. Okay. Okay. You can see here our project. So in the files, you can click the new project, open files, print preview, all this. And also you go to the second form, you go to the edit, go to, and then form 2, you can see the second form, which is simple program with basic object control. If you want to order burger, you can choose burger, then click order. You can see in the list box. And also you want pizza, and then you want the Korean chicken, you can put like this. After that, you can go to the back also, can next also. After you click the order button, go to the next. Okay, this form I do like the order form. This is the dialog box form. I'm using open to open a new text or anything. So I'm choose one with okay, I'm choosing one text which is name, Thevaah, email, number, telephone, order ID. Or now I'm save this. Save also can my save into your computer. So save. Oh, sorry. Wait. Details form. Okay, details form. Now you can save and then click the next. After you click the next, you receive a message box and input box form, which is a feedback form. You click at the feedback form, you receive a input box. This is the input box, so which is the title, and then enter your feedback. Now you can enter any feedback. Now I'm typing food was amazing. Okay, after you type here, you must click the OK. After you click OK, your comments will display on the text box, and then you also get the message box. So which is thank you your feedback. This is your message box, and then you can see your feedback in this text box. So now you can click OK, and then you can quit also can, back also can. So now I'm going to quit. Okay. Okay, finally we use a button to navigate within all forms, and also we put suitable prefix of object control to all elements like a label, a menu, a button, and also picture box, group box, and more. And also for the style, color, size, background, all we changed it with nicely. For the coding part, we insert suitable comments also to show the function of code. So lastly, we done our project one bit successfully. So I think that's all from us. Thank you, Miss.